Hi, I'm Steph and I review everything, and today I want to talk to you about the book Girl Forgotten by Karin Slaughter. But before I do that, thanks for checking out my channel. If you're new here, so am I. So I really appreciate you watching, liking, subscribing, all that YouTubey stuff. Um, I'm excited to be doing this. I think it's a lot of fun and I hope you enjoy my videos. So Girl Forgotten is a book by Karin Slaughter. This is the first Karin Slaughter book I've ever read. And it's set in two different timelines. So you have a modern day focus on this brand new U.S. Marshal named Andrea Oliver. And then you have a second timeline that's set in the 1980s about a girl named Emily Vaughn. So my library doesn't have a hard copy of it, and I listened to it, so I'm just holding it up on my tablet here for you to see. So this is what the book's description says. A small town hides a big secret. Who killed Emily Vaughn? A girl with a secret. Longbill Beach, 1982. Emily Vaughn gets ready for the prom. For an athlete who is smart, pretty, and well-liked, this night should be the highlight of her high school career. But Emily has a secret. By the end of the evening, the secret will be silenced forever. An unsolved murder. 40 years later, Emily's murder remains a mystery. Her tight-knit group of friends closed ranks. Her respected wealthy family retreated inwards, and the small town moved on from the grisly attack. But that's all about to change. So one final chance to uncover a killer. U.S. Marshal Andrea Oliver arrives in Longbill Beach on her first assignment to protect a judge receiving death threats. But in reality, Andrea is there to find justice for Emily. The killer is still out there, and Andrea must discover the truth before she gets silenced too. So, Girl Forgotten is a pretty solid thriller novel. Emily is a senior in high school in Longbill Beach, Delaware. She's the daughter of a physically and emotionally abusive father and her long-suffering mother, who is a judge on her way to the Supreme Court. Emily is part of this tight little clique with four incredibly self-centered and cruel friends named Nardo, Ricky, and Ricky's twin brother Blake, and Clay. And they've known each other and been a group for most of their lives. Emily is clearly the only one with a conscience. Another important character is their young, horrible, selfish teacher named Dean Wexler. When the book opens, Emily is heading to the prom against her father's wishes, and that night she is killed and her body is found in a dumpster. So then we fast forward 40 years, and Andrea Oliver is tasked on her very first assignment as a U.S. Marshal. She's sent to Longbill Beach, where Emily's mother, the judge, has received death threats. Andrea's assignment is to guard the judge, but she's also been tasked with secretly investigating the death of Emily Vaughn. So we also learn that Andrea's mother is in witness protection, and that Andrea's father was from Longbill Beach and was in Emily's clique. He grew up to be a cult leader and apparently lured Andrea's mother into his web. So I gather that all of that was covered in the first Andrea Oliver book, which is called Pieces of Her. You don't have to read Pieces of Her to follow Girl Forgotten, though. I didn't even realize it was the second book in a series. So it does stand alone just fine. Spoiler time if you didn't already know this, but if you've read any reviews, you probably do. When Emily was murdered, she was also pregnant, having been to a party with her little clique where she took some acid. And then when she woke up, she was at home. Her dress was torn and inside out, and her underwear was missing. So time passes, and in flashbacks, we learn that she discovered that she was pregnant and became a bit of a pariah in the town. Her friends reject and abuse her. Her mother manipulates her, and she has no idea who is the father of the baby. On the advice of one of her periphery friends named Jack Stilton, who's the son of the local police chief, she begins investigating and trying to figure out what happened that night. And she keeps notes of everyone that she talks to. She asks questions. She starts pissing off people. And she just wants to know who raped her when she was unconscious. And then, of course, the next question is who killed her and left her body in an alley. The suspect list is fairly small. The party attendees were only the members of Emily's clique, her closest friends. And then she later learns the creepy, suspicious teacher, Dean Wexler, was the one to drive her home that night. So there are a lot of suspects in the mystery. In the modern time segments, as Andrea and her partner named Bible investigate, they learn that there were many little secrets in the town of Longbill Beach in the 1980s, and most of those secrets have been kept for 40 years. And interestingly, Dean Wexler is now running his own little cult on farmland near the town with Nardo as his partner, which makes for an interesting secondary storyline as Andrea and Bible try to figure out how to take them down. The book is twisty and interesting, and the killer and the father aren't revealed until the very end. Readers are kept guessing along the whole way, and the pattern of flashing back to the 80s and forward to now works really well. There's a lot of foul language in this book, as well as a little bit of sex. It's not especially graphic, but it probably isn't for all readers. I'm not crazy about those elements myself. They do kind of affect my opinion of a book, but overall, I think this is a good mystery with some unexpected twists and surprises. It's certainly creative and surprising. So that's Girl Forgotten. It's a pretty good little thriller for you if you're interested in that. Again, thanks for checking out my channel and my video. If you like it, hit like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.